After completely roasting K-pop last time, you'd think I hate it. Plot twist, I'm actually still obsessed. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy, and yes, before you ask, Yoongi made me do it. Last time I talked about the top 5 things I hate about K-pop. This time I'm switching it up. Consider this my love letter to K-pop. All the reasons I stay despite the chaos. Let's get into it. The first thing that I love about K-pop is how multidimensional it is. K-pop music is so versatile. I absolutely love the musical diversity and how I can go from a hype track like Mic Drop to a soft ballad like Blue and Gray. I have always had an eclectic interest in music, so it's really refreshing to get a little bit of everything, even with a single artist like BTS. You get pop, R&B, hip hop, EDM, rock, and even jazz. There's something for every mood and every version of me that exists on a given day. But here's where K-pop takes it to the next level. It's not just what you're hearing, it's what you're seeing too. These aren't just concerts, they're full theatrical productions. The choreography tells stories, the stage design transports you to a different world, and the artists give 200% every single performance. Once you've seen Jimin's blindfold dance, everything else feels boring. Which K-pop performance completely took your breath away? Let me know below. K-pop is a full 3D experience. It not only moves your body, but also your emotions. The second thing I love about K-pop is personal, but I'm sure many of you can relate. K-pop makes me feel seen. This has especially been my experience as an ARMY. So many of their lyrics talk about topics like mental health, burnout, self-love, or just holding on through tough times. I feel like these artists get me. BTS in particular have this way of putting feelings I've had into words I didn't even know I needed. Here are some lyrics that speak to my soul. I do believe your galaxy. I want to listen to your melody. From Magic Shop. No darkness, no season is eternal. The morning will come again. From Spring Day. Oh na na na, na 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 na. From Boy With Love. Okay, that last one's a joke. No, in all seriousness, these lyrics have taken on an even deeper meaning for me. BTS's music has been my lifeline through some really dark times, including right now. I lost my mom earlier this month to cancer. This past year has been the hardest of my life. And she was ARMY too, which makes sharing this with you all even more meaningful. That's why it's been a while since I've posted. Right now, Yoongi's Amygdala and Snooze have become my soundtrack for my grief. There's something about how he processes trauma and healing that just gets it. These songs don't try to fix anything, they just sit with you in the pain while reminding you that healing is possible. So yeah, shout out to Yoongi for being both my therapist and my emotional damage dealer. What is a K-pop song that really speaks to you? Tell me in the comments. This may or may not be my way to build a new playlist. The cool thing about K-pop music is that it doesn't just stay on my playlist. It moves me and takes me places. Literally. The third thing I love about K-pop is how it literally forced me out of my comfort zone. And I mean forced. Look, I'm an introvert. My ideal Friday night involves pajamas, takeout, and absolutely zero human interaction. If I show up somewhere in public, just know it took serious willpower because 9 times out of 10, I'd rather be at home. But K-pop vetoed my hermit lifestyle. I've now traveled to 4 different US states for concerts, 3 of them places I'd never even visited before. Each trip was not just about the music, it was about pushing myself into new experiences, meeting new people, discovering parts of myself I didn't even know existed. K-pop is inherently social. You can't really be a solo K-pop fan. The community pulls you in. Cup sleeve events, concert meetups, random conversations with strangers wearing BTS merch at the grocery store. None of this would happen without K-pop pushing me to connect with other people. The biggest example though? Their YouTube channel. Never in a million years did I think I'd be making videos on the internet, talking to strangers about being a 30-something ARMY. But here we are, and I genuinely love connecting with y'all. When I say Yoongi made me do it, I really mean it. K-pop looked at my introverted, comfort zone loving self and said, nope, we're going outside now. And honestly, I'm so grateful for that. Beyond these experiences, there's something even deeper. K-pop makes me feel connected with the artists themselves. The fourth thing I love about K-pop is the connection between artists and fans. And no, I don't mean the delulu, he's my boyfriend energy. No, I mean real mutual appreciation. Fan meetings, concerts, Weverse interactions, surprise lives. It feels like a two-way relationship, not just us consuming their content. BTS especially exemplifies this. They don't just drop music, they share their struggles, their growth, their gratitude. That connection feels rare in the music industry. Now, yes, some of this is strategic marketing. I'm not naive. But I genuinely believe these artists appreciate our support in ways that go beyond business. Case in point, this past June at the Stray Kids show in DC. The venue was completely unprepared. It was unbearably hot, fans were struggling, and honestly, we were all miserable. But Bangchan kept checking in on us throughout the show, asking if we were okay. The members literally handed out their own personal water bottles to fans in the crowd. That wasn't in any marketing playbook. That was just human decency and genuine care when they saw their fans suffering. What really gets me are the songs that the artists specifically write for us. BTS's Magic Shop and Take Two, Stray Kids' Beautiful and 0801. These aren't just tracks, they're love letters. What other artists dedicate entire songs to thanking their fans? That's what makes K-pop special, feeling genuinely appreciated, not just tolerated as a consumer. The last and probably my favorite reason why I love K-pop is the incredible global fandom community. I know K-pop fans get a bad rap sometimes for being toxic and overly obsessive, but I think that's mostly an online persona. The fans I've met in real life are some of the sweetest people. At Jin's show in Texas this past July, one of the security guards was absolutely touched when an army gave her a freebie. While checking me in, she said, K-pop fans are the best. I love when y'all come. I had so much pride and actually teared up that we as a fandom made such a lasting impression. Last year, I attended an AT's Cup Sleeve event. K-pop events are so sparse in my area, I was thrilled to go even though I only knew one of their songs. When I arrived, I clearly stuck out. The organizer asked who my bias was, and I couldn't answer. Busted! Rather than getting kicked out, she was super welcoming, gave me a rundown on the members, and even gave me a free album. That's the K-pop community spirit right there. What really amazes me too is how truly global this community is. Waiting in line at Yoongi's show in New Jersey, I overheard French and discovered fans who travel all the way from France. Right here on this channel, my analytics show viewers from the UK, India, the Philippines, South Africa, and beyond. Where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments. I'd love to see how far we've all traveled to find each other through K-pop. So from me completely roasting K-pop to writing a love letter about it, that's the K-pop experience right there. Chaotic, contradictory, and completely worth it. K-pop can be messy, but it's also beautiful, connective, and life-changing. Like BTS says, you never walk alone. So tell me, what keeps you in the world of K-pop? Let's celebrate it together in the comments. I'm Joy, and as always, Yoongi made me do it.